Heather with Prescriptive Living. We are doing this in the Jeep today because, my God, I did 15 videos outside and I can't walk and talk. It's just not happening. So before it gets dark and all this stuff, I'm just going to do this video and we're going to get through. So I'm Heather with Prescriptive Living. This is where savvy singles come to fail-proof their life and love. And today we're going to talk about how you can do just that. You want to do that. Look, half the population single, half is coupled. Of those that are coupled, only about 1 out of every 10 couples is doing relationship well. That is why we exist, because we want to change that. We want to help the singles become part of that elite group. That matters. So how does all this happen? Number 1, dating well. All right. Oh, gosh. Dating well is crucial. There's components like attraction. What are you attracting? If you're not attracting what you're looking to attract, or you're not attracting anyone, first go look at the Find Your Soulmate video and do the exercises in there and get really clear on what's going on. Okay, because that's where you got to use as a starting point. Also, is your mindset, is it limited? Or do you recognize that there are probably at least 1,000 people who could be a great partner for you, and you might be limiting yourself, thinking that you've got to just deal with this person that you really have strong compatibility with, or you like, even though there's all this stuff that's just not healthy and good. You don't want to do that. You want to know what is okay to compromise on, what is not, and how to align to a good partner for you. So this is part of dating well. There's attraction, there's mindset, and there is a lot that you need to do to align well on compatibility. This is where we're going to go into the next thing. Compatibility is major. Most people are getting divorced due to irreconcilable differences. So where does compatibility really show up? Number 1, you have to align with precision on all 7 core needs of the sexes. So if you don't know what those are, sign up for that training. It's available on demand right now. And that needs to be like your number 1 thing that you're looking at. And being able to create nurturing environments for the two of whoever you're doing life with to match those and meet those, because healthy functioning does not exist outside of those. Those are the survival essentials, and that's where compatibility alignment needs to start. On top of that, there are more components that come into compatibility. So it's really important to have awareness on who you are as a person, what you love, what you don't love. A lot of that happens through experience, and that can happen through dating a lot of people even. If you only have one option or no option in your dating circle, you're not learning very much about you and what you like and all this stuff. You're in that limited mindset group, and it's probably not going to serve you very well. So if you're not doing the dating well, what you're doing now has to change. Don't worry, we'll help you get there, but it's really important. So compatibility, key component. Next is communication. Okay, we already talked about this in some of our other videos, but it's communicating well in good times and then communicating well in bad times. Communication is where connection happens. So if you're not communicating well and healthy and direct and regular, there's several reasons why this is probably happening. One of which could be there's an awareness gap. And sometimes people can't communicate because they don't know exactly what's going on and why it's so important and why it matters. They just know they're not functioning well. So we demystify all of this in our courses and show you with precision how to diagnose with accuracy what's going on, why it matters, and what to do about it to have success. There's a relationship continuum. One side's isolation, the other side is oneness. And people in relationships kind of fluctuate at different points in time. But what we find is if you don't communicate well with your partner, then you end up more on that isolation side. And that's where 80% of people in relationships are camping out right now. And it sucks. You don't want to be in a relationship and be alone. You're better off to be alone than be with a person next to you and feel alone, because that is like the worst, one of the worst things. Okay, so that's a major thing. Do you know how to communicate well? Do you know how to conflict well? Conflict well shows the true colors of a person. So if you don't do conflict well, your character could step it up for better results. And so could the other person if their conflict is not very well. This is where you see the true measure of a person. You need to know how well people show up when the shit hits the fan. Sorry, I cuss. I can't help it. So That is a major thing. You get to see true colors there, and you need to pay close attention because the react is the real deal. Okay? And you don't see a person's true colors until 1 year into the relationship. So whatever was there during the, woo, I'm high on you phase, when that fades and stuff is getting ugly, well, that's because you're now seeing the true colors. So it's the real stuff. Okay, so communication, conflict, compatibility, and boredom. Okay, boredom is like a buzzkill for everybody. Relationships lose desire, lose respect, lose fun, all this fascination stuff when you don't know what you're doing. So we are going to help people get way ahead of all this stuff and align well and have a great time and love well. Living and loving well is what we do. You want to be part of that? You join us. We're doing classes weekly, and you can get on this bus and you can become part of that 12% who rocks the relational journey. Do you want that? If you do, let's get started. All right, cheers to living and loving well. See you later. Bye.